Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Monday, 29th September 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. I hope you all had a restful weekend. And today is the day, as I mentioned, this week is the week which will decide which way the markets will go in the medium term. Now, today we wake up to cautious optimism. There are people who are naysayers who expect the markets to sell off at every rally, but there are also people like us who are cautiously optimistic who would like to buy on every decline. As I mentioned yesterday in my weekend musings, uh, we are now moving more, we have moved more to metals and primarily in precious metals. We have reached above 50 to 60%. If you include the base metals like Hindustan copper and Hindalco, then we would be around 70%. So between 60 and 70% is where our total metal portfolio is. This is a tactical play. Uh, the core play, which is precious metals, will remain as is, but the tactical play in copper as well as copper as well as Hindalco will be more tactical. We'll be shuffling based on what's happening in the markets. Uh, what happened on Friday? Markets crashed and crashed big time, even though global markets were up and we fell below 24,700. It was a sixth straight fall. It was dragged by IndusInd Bank and M&M. There is some suspicion that something is wrong in IndusInd Bank. So one has to be very careful when one looks at that stock on a buying with a buying mode. 44 of the 50 stocks ended in the red. 7 lakh crore market cap has been wiped out on Friday. People were very depressed. I think weekend was really troublesome. And also they saw Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P, and the European markets all did very well. This morning, the Dow futures are up about 125%, 125 points. Only Nikkei is down. Otherwise, Hang Seng is up about close to more than 200 plus points. Kospi is up. Singapore is up. So everything is looking good, excepting Nikkei coming in today. And FIs have sold heavily last week and on Friday. So that overhang is already always there. So mid caps also did poorly. Actually, across the board, everything was poor. Advanced declines were overwhelmingly in favor of declines. So nothing much to talk about. And Nifty Bank had slipped about for 3 days in a row. And the US markets went up on Friday, which was prior to that. The 3 days the market had come down. So hopefully we will follow the US market today. We are down 6 days. So hopefully we should get one day of reprieve, in my opinion. What else was there? Gold continued to create a record. Silver went up to 14-year high. So they continue to trade significantly higher than what they were last week, last month, and last year. We are, as usual, I said, we continue to be bullish on these two commodities. Dollar index was around 797, which is not, neither here nor there. So if you're looking at Indian market, what are the support and resistance? Immediate support is 24,450 to 24,500. Resistance for the Nifty is around 24,800 to 24,850. So 400 point band is what the support and resistance are. The final support for me is 24,300 on the Nifty. If it starts trading for a couple of days below 24,300, then I will wonder whether I should change my bullish stance. This bullish stance we have held through thick and thin since last June. Nifty Bank support is about 54,000 to 54,100 and resistance is 54,700 to 54,800. There's about 600, 700 point range is what markets may trade. Then you have commodities. Brent went up to 70 and odd. Now I think it has cooled below 70. Copper also has cooled off after the tremendous run on Thursday. Friday it was cooling off and it has further cooled off. And the talking point over the weekend has been on pharma. So HSBC, a very big broking house, talked of pharma, saying that only Sun Pharma will get affected, and that too not great. It will be limited, and they don't expect pharma to be affected in any significant manner. Many other experts also believe that, but we have moved out of pharma quite some time ago, and the last of the pharma we sold as soon as we got the Trump's dictate. I may be wrong that we are moving out of pharma. One of my friends who follows pharma and who's an expert on pharma mentioned that, I am getting scared unnecessarily. But in these days of, Trump's tantrums, it is better to be safe than sorry. And there are other alternatives. India specific stocks are there. We can always put our money there. Today, if you look at what stocks could be in limelight, PTC Financial Services, three independent directors resigned, corporate governance issues. Last week, we had this, an independent director resigning in a rice making company, KRBL, and then that stock tanked about 10%. So we may have a somewhat similar kind of movement in PTC India. Then tomorrow, day after tomorrow onwards, you have the Tata Motors demerger into business vehicle. The commercial vehicles will be separate division, which will get listed, and the passenger vehicle business will also get listed from October 1st. Other stocks are Shriram Finance is investing about 300 crores in Shriram Overseas via rights issue. Dixon Tech is expanding their they bought 2.08 crores shares worth 552 crores from QTech India. Then Godrej Agrovet has got a pact with Ministry of Food Processing. Then Yatra Online has offered some discount. So maybe those things may be in the limelight. Then a very important event which will happen next Monday actually is the Tata Capital IPO. Finally, it is coming into play. We had bought Tata Chemicals thinking that, with the Tata Capital IPO, Tata Chemicals will be benefited. On paper, that is the case. But in fact, Tata Chemicals have not been able to cross 1,000. In fact, on Friday, it had fallen down as low as 930. But now that the date is over, maybe there may be a sentimental boost for Tata Chemicals. Incidentally, it is the IPO is about 15,500 crores. It is the largest in 2025, but it is not the largest IPO ever, because the largest IPO ever is Hyundai. When last year it came at 28,000 crores. Then you have LIC prior to that at 20,500 crores, and Paytm in 2021, which was about 18,300 crores. So 50,500 crores, a large IPO, but not the largest. It is the fourth largest as of now. So as we speak, the Nifty implied open as based on the GIFT Nifty shows a gap up of about 100 points. So let's see whether the gap holds. First hour lows, first hour highs will be very important. Today is a free day for us on the Telegram group where I show my trades, and all of them will be long. We are not interested in doing any short trades. So we'll have to pick and choose. Generally, we'll pick and choose across sectors. So hopefully, today's choice will also do well. So this is a Telegram group, Market Mirror. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.